Aurelia, thank you. President Barack Obama will address the nation in a primetime speech tonight, unveiling his plans for an executive action on immigration reform. The White House released this photo of Mr. Obama working on the address. The president's plans will sidestep Congress and shield potentially millions of illegal immigrants from deportation. They include undocumented parents of children who are U.S. citizens or permanent residents, and children brought to the U.S. illegally, known as the Dreamers. Some Republicans are already threatening a government shutdown if the president acts this year. The majority of illegal immigrants settle in 4 states in this country: California, Texas, New York, and Florida. The Department of Homeland Security estimates there are 11.4 million unauthorized immigrants living in the U.S. They mainly come from Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and the Philippines. Now, while there are millions of faces in this immigration issue, CBS 4's Gary Nelson tonight puts a face on the story of one woman who fears she will not only be deported, but also lose her husband and her children as well.
I love my family.
Elsa Marino is an illegal immigrant. The Hondurans swam the Rio Grande into the U.S. She married her Cuban-American husband, Aden, here, a U.S. citizen. They have had 2 children, little Ethan and his big brother Anthony, both the boys U.S. citizens. But Elsa, nonetheless, is under a deportation order for having entered the country illegally.
We are very depressed. My husband is very depressed. We can live like that.
President Obama tonight is expected to ease their depression with an executive order granting residency to millions of undocumented immigrants. The president saying since Congress won't act, he will. Republicans are livid.
Failing to get your way in Congress doesn't mean the president can simply override the Congress with the stroke of his pen.
Elsa's family says Congress needs to have a heart.
All this bickering that's going on in the government, these are people's lives. These are children that don't know if they're going to wake up either without their mother not here or they're going to wake up in a strange country.
This is a Band-Aid. We're going to put a little Band-Aid.
Attorney Grisel Ibarra represents Elsa and says Republicans would be foolish to try to overturn the president's limited immigration reform, noting that while Elsa from Honduras can't vote, her extended Cuban-American family can.
When 216 comes around, Elsa's entire family, even though they're Cubans and they may have been Republicans before, they're going to go vote for the Democrats because they legalized their little darling.
Elsa doesn't get all the politics of it, but is grateful the president is poised to help her.
I'm feeling very happy because I don't like to lose my family.
Well, conservatives insist there can be no immigration reform until the border is sealed, that without that, any amnesty would invite a flood of millions more illegal immigrants. In the newsroom, Gary Nelson, CBS 4 News.
Heartbreaking, Gary. Thank you. You can see the president's speech tonight beginning at 8 on CBSN, the live 24/7 streaming video news channel from CBSnews.com.